Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. I've just been sent from TopDon an ArtiDiag Pro. So we'll get it open and have a look at what I can do. Okay, so we've got it out of the box and it's in a plastic hard case here. We'll just get these clips open it up and have a look inside. So I can see we have an OBD cable there. Some different plugs for different sort of continents. We've got some booklets, different connectors here for different types of OBD vehicles, different types of diagnostic ports. Sorry, another plug here which looks like American. Cables again, and this is the unit. Let's get it turned on. Okay, so I just need to set it up for what country we're in, basically. So we'll get to set up and then we'll get back. Okay, now we've got that connected, it just needs to do some updates. So what we'll do is we'll get it chucked in the van with us and we'll bring it along, maybe plug it in for some diagnostics on some cars today. Okay, so we've got a vehicle here we can use it on. It's a Renault Traffic. And it's come in for diagnostic because we have engine failure hazard on there, engine warning light, and a spanner. Okay, we've got the TopDon ArtiDiag set up. Let's hit diagnostic and auto detect. See if that can detect that. Yep, Renault Traffic 3. So it's just doing a full scan. Sorry, we've got a lot of glare coming back on the screen there. Okay, so here we have a diagnostic report. ECM, particle filters clogged, preheating unit, diagnostic, control, oil dilution, and the particle filters outside tolerance. We've got other stuff here, multiplex signal from emissions. Why is that in the ABS? That's weird. Oil level sensor outside of range, so the oil level's probably raised up due to the oil dilution. Okay, let's go back from here. Might take a little bit of me getting used to this now. Let's try and click into the ECM now, is it? Over here, that's it. Little arrow on the right. That's what we're looking at, data stream. So we can get all the data stream up here of what we need to do. Can we search instead of going through the list? Let's have a look. There should be a little search bar on the top. This uses launch, same software as the launch. So my launch usually has a little search bar up there somewhere. Let's go back out of here. See what else we have here. We have special functions. So I hope you can see that clearly there. High pressure pump, particle filter regeneration, cylinder coding for the injectors, oil change interval dilution resets, which we're going to need to do. Okay, so you can see it does code reading, and of course we've got the special functions right there. You can do configuration, so on certain cars you can change certain stuff. One in particular what I've done before is the configuration of the Peugeots, so you can take off stuff like the PAT fluid tank. Actuation test, which means it's bi-directional. Basically you can switch on any sort of part that you want to switch on. Your fuel pump, so if you open one of the fuel lines, you can switch on the fuel pump, which will pump fuel out. Starter relay, EGR, fuel heater. So let's try and click on something that we can actually hear working, maybe the fan. Ignition is on, yes. So we can hear now the fan is on there. Okay, so that's finished. So what that does is it tells you that the part's working before you want to replace it. So if you've got a vehicle that's overheating, for instance, now you can switch on the fan and you can eliminate that, so you can say, well, the fan is working, and of course the relay must be working for it as well. Preheater relay. So we've got a glow plug issue here. So if we come down to one of the glow plugs here and unplug it, we can have a test of the wiring. So if we just wedge our multimeter in there, I'm going to leave the multimeter up there on the screen so I can see it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the preheater relay. I'm going to keep an eye on the multimeter down here. Let's let that screen focus in. So if I press the preheater relay, let's see if that works. Okay, so I just reconfigured that there, so you can see there we're getting 2.8 volts. So the actuation test there, that's how that works. And of course once the actuation is turned off, we get 0 volts like that. Okay, so we basically know the workings of it, we know how it works. It's got a, I think it's a 8-inch screen. Yeah, sorry, it's a 7-inch screen it's got. It's got a 32 gig ROM and a 6100 milliamp battery. And you can see here, like I said, it's got the actuation tests, so bi-directional controls. It's got service functions, 70 service functions, 31 special functions, different special functions. It's got auto VIN, all of the usual stuff that you'd normally see in a tool of this sort of range. Software updates on this are 2 years free that comes with it. You'd have to check with TopDon on the price of an update. So you can see some of the information there on the back. And it has got a stand there where you can hold it on the steering wheel. So here's some of the brands, of course, that you can connect it to. Bugatti, Chrysler, Peugeot, Great Wall, China, Lamborghini. We got all the fancy brands there, and of course we got Renault right here that we're working on. Rover, Sprinter vans, VW commercial vehicles. So let's have a look on the service functions. You got brakes, oil resets, steering angle, battery resets, bleeding, throttle relearns, AdBlue resets, DPF regens, high voltage batteries, knock sensor reset there, stop start reset, Windows calibration. You can set up remote assistance, which we're not going to do right now. Let's have a look what other ones you have. You have other modules, so battery voltage and OBD basically. So that's about it. So I'm going to put a link in the video here where you can get it, and I think they have given me some sort of discount code, maybe 10% discount code. I'll put that on there as well. All right, we'll get this job finished up here now, and that is the TopDon ArtiDiag Pro.